What's good, YouTube? We back at it again. I was supposed to take today off, just kind of rest a little bit. I said the day, not the night. Damn it. Um, Anyways, if you're new to my channel, do me a favor. I'm doing some NF. Run over to his page. NF, leave me alone, or Zach. NF, not fucking leaving anyone alone. All right, so. And yeah, if you like what I do, like over there somewhere, comment down below, subscribe. I think I still have to do this. His stuff gets kind of dinged anyways. It's whatever. But I haven't done Leave Me Alone yet. I think this is like a good 4 or 5 years old. I'm just kind of running through some stuff. I honestly don't know if I've unless I heard this at the show, which I don't think I did. Then I probably haven't heard it. But let's dive in. Hope you're all having a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and yeah, we're almost there. Weekend time. Sorry, y'all missed the instrumental because I'm a dumbass with my volume. Let's try that again.
Panic stricken, handle business, not a joke, yeah. Manners missing, travel different, no control, yeah. Time to listen, time to zip it, keep it close. My description, highly gifted, take some notes, yeah. Lack of interest, why'd you visit, hit the road, yeah. I'm kinda twisted, so keep your distance, be a ghost, yeah. See, I'm inventive, but quite the menace. You ain't know, well then I'm offended. Let's jog your memories, here we go, yeah. I went from nobody to kinda famous. Hide my plaques inside a closet, I just can't explain it. My wife, she tells me that she's proud and thinks that I should hang them, but I just leave them on the ground right next to my self-hatred, yeah.
I just leave them on the ground next to my self-hatred. Okay. So I wanted to get a little context because it was weird. It looks like he's walking into like either an abandoned, like that's like what the front of like an amusement park or even like a racetrack or something where fun things used to happen. You know, because there's ticket counters. You don't pay for a ticket somewhere unless you enjoy going there. And we have all sorts of random people. It looks like so some have balloons, some don't. Some are dressed in black, some aren't. I think I saw one of the dudes had the thing on his face. So NF is carrying the shopping cart. I think we've seen before, or I've seen a video with that. Maybe it was after this, maybe it was before this. He's talking about basically, and those balloons are, you know, representative of, you know, I don't know if I get his time span mixed up, but they're representative of like his past in self-doubts and the shopping cart or cage, if you will. This is like a mobile version of like his mental prism, right? And he carries these burdens, these mental sort of mind fucks, represented as these balloons. He hasn't gone full on. So this is right after Perception, right? So right after Let You Down. So this is specifically referencing like that exploding the fame, and I'm sure a lot of people who didn't know about him after that song kind of knew about him because that got a lot of radio play too. That's just upon first observation. These people look like drones though. They don't look happy at all. So whatever fun was going on, it's not fun anymore. Which could also allude to like, you know, and he said these trophies, these plaques, whatever the fuck, I just leave them on the ground next to my self-hatred. Like, almost like I hate the person I've become because of this success. In a sense, he's like almost saying like the fun of it for me was in the chase of like being told no. When people stopped telling me no, what am I going to do with my time and put my talents? Like that was the fuel for me. Like I don't know, I might be taking it too far, maybe reaching a little bit. Let's dive in.
Yeah, mental health, where's my mental health? Diagnosed with OCD, what does that mean? We'll gather around. That means I obsessively obsess on things I think about. That means I might take a normal thought and think it's so profound. Ruminating, fill balloons are full of doubts. Do the same things, if I don't I'm overwhelmed. Thoughts are pacing, they go round and round and round. It's so draining, let's move on to something else. Fine, running the game if they don't even know it. Like I'm undercover and know when to blow it. I come out to know it, they don't even know.
Like I'm undercover and I know what'll blow it. yeah, it's again like that's what he was talking about. Like that's what I was just he's sort of flying under the radar type of thing. Now he's on the radar, right?
Else. Fine, running the game if they don't even know it. Like I'm undercover and know when to blow it. They come out and know it, they don't even notice. The flow is so cold you would think it was snowing. I'm under the weather, but wind isn't blowing. I got an umbrella for difficult.
I'm under the weather, but wind isn't blowing. I love that line. Like I was just saying, like under the radar, he's under the weather, but wind isn't blowing. Um, so it's in reference to kind of what I was saying with that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read where they're at if I can pinpoint it. It almost looks like a movie set, just with how broken down. Like it almost looks fake. This is run down. Where do you find the band and shit like this?
The moment you gotta admit it, I'm very devoted. I'm out in the rain, but it don't always always alright. Hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them.
Hold on my balloons and cover up my face. So if these are his burdens that he carries with him on his mind, his essentially the elements that make him up as far as his mental health is concerned in a negative way, and he carries them around because there is comfort, and he's alluded to this in other songs as well. There is comfort, there is a comfort zone in what's your normal, right? There's in familiarity. It's the right word to use. This is what he's used to, and anything outside of that, and that's where the OCD comes in, is you start overthinking. Now, it's interesting. It almost looks like they're checking him in, but it looks like they're also like, because he was just putting smudges. Like it's almost like these represent, because some have smudges, some are dressed in black, some have balloons. These might be representative of like sort of past Nates at different times and whatnot. Or actual individuals along his way that kind of led to his self-doubt within this little cage he's bringing around, and he's just trying to, and this is sort of a cleansing booth, if you will. The carnival thing is, I'm trying to figure out the significance of that though. It's almost like a fun kind of summer camp went sour, and now we're just turning everybody into the same. This could also be represent. I didn't even think about it, but a flip side of this is this could be kind of mainstream. Your industry lookalikes and sing-alikes and nonsense and garbage, and just wiping off any sort of individualism that they may have when going mainstream, when signing your contracts, when deferring to whatever your label tells you to do, tells you to wear, tells you what to sing, tells you, literally feeds you lyrics, dresses you up, puts you on stage. You're just a robot. This could essentially be in reference to him standing outside of that, being like, all right, I'm still going to pave my own way. But, because I see everybody that walks by me, anything that was individual about him, some with self-doubt, some with their faces covered, some, different aspects, some wearing black. Anything that differentiated them is now being taken from them. So it could go that route too, which actually makes a little bit more sense.
Some float away, but I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Tell them how I feel, but they don't want to change. Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. Loosen up my grip, they say that's not okay. Quiet, 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 hey, leave me alone!
Yeah, and he just tried to wipe it off and then got real uncomfortable, thought better about it, and then walked away. So that could be kind of what this is alluding to.
Hey, yeah, quiet, 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 yeah, leave me alone! Yeah, quiet, 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 yeah, leave me alone! I hate when they debate if we're underrated. We're so overlooked that they're looking over our numbers, Nathan. We don't do enough interviews or go out in public lately. We don't post enough on our socials to keep the buzz from fading. Let it fade, yeah, let it fade. Once it's decimated, then you drop a song out of nowhere and all the fans embrace it. Then the buzz will surface again as part of my operation. I don't need advice from my doubts right now, end of conversation. Shut your mouth, yeah, shut your mouth. Better tone it down, close it now. If you make a sound, I'ma change it down. Funny how they be acting loud, coming unannounced, floating round. Man, the kid is wild, pretty wild, true. I'm kinda funny, but don't really show it. I keep it together, but have a disorder. I go to my room and I sit in my corner and talk to myself in a language that's foreign. I think of a rhyme and I have to record it, but no, if I don't, I wake up in the morning and question my life again, always avoiding. I hate to be different, but hate to be normal, so I
wake up in the morning and question my life, I'm always avoiding, right? Question my life, I'm always avoiding it. So again, same thing applies with and the significance of these beings kind of driving him forward now. is essentially could be representative of what I was just talking about, kind of pushing him in a certain direction that he has no control over. So now he's fucking locked. He's locked into his into his sort of mental prism. He's on shutdown. And what he was just references, and when he was talking to them all sitting down like a fucking, I don't know, like a Tibetan monk temple, like, and just pointing and not talking at the balloons. Um, it was like, post more on your social, sing this, do that, do that. And it just, he's just like, now that's kind of in reference to what I was just saying, and like being told what to do and being directed with, you know, and he's not really about that life, right?
Hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away, but I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Tell them how I feel, but they don't wanna change. Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. Loosen up my...
Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. And he just pointed at the girl that just came out with the new clothes on, right? So they're all just, it could be in reference to sellouts, right?
Grip, they say that's not okay. Quiet, 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 quiet. Hey, leave me alone.
They may look clean, but they're like robots. They're not happy. By the way, I do pause. Ding. I snuck that one in on you. It wasn't there at the beginning of the video. Y'all didn't even catch that, did you?
Yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Remember back in No Name, I said fame called. Told you I hung up, it kinda felt wrong. Finally called him back, we didn't talk long. He asked me how I'd been, I sent him this song. Yeah, think he took offense, he kinda seemed off. I texted him that night to ask what he thought. It took a couple days to get a
Interesting. So this could be depicting either those that chose his path that kind of didn't make it, or what's left of, you know, what's left of what's kind of still in his head, right?
response. But once I finally did, he said the song sucks. Feel the symptoms, couldn't miss them, wrestle with them. Then I pin and flip them. Brought them back up, nowhere, you should get some. Who you dissing? Mood is switching, don't come in the kitchen, you should listen. Cooking record for my hands are blistering. So persistent, don't forget this, hold attention. Soul is bending, no pretending.
I feel like that could be old Nate too.
Open-ended, low percentage, so demented. Whole consensus, flow tremendous. No apprentice, no incentive. Show intensive, so possessive. Tone aggressive, watch your step when I hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. Yeah, every day. I should let them go and watch them float away. Yeah, float away. But I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet. Yeah.
I love when he comes in and out of his hooks. It's always like a hard hit. His build-ups are second to none. It's always just, he's very methodical with. I haven't even talked about this track musically. I've been just trying to understand. If I was gonna watch it again, that's all I would listen to. But one thing you notice is it's got an eerie, kind of mysterious, like what's around the next corner sort of melody to it. But then just with he everything he does is pretty much will build up to some impactful moments, both the beginning and the end of the hook. Leave me alone, pow, right?
Leave me alone. Yeah, quiet. Yeah, leave me alone.
All right, that's a good way to cut it. We don't know if he actually gave those away. It could be in reference to balance, trying to calm some of those voices, or adaptation to not fully ready to conform to everything. He only grabbed 2 balloons out of 12, 13, 14, however many he had. kept looking back, looked real hesitant. Um, so it kind of leaves you thinking a little bit. It's I mean NF shit's so open for interpretation. Like y'all are gonna tell me in the comments like, dude, you're totally fucking off. This was about a kid, obviously, his first time at a playground, staring at a carousel, watching it spin, wondering when he's able to jump on it without hurting himself or somebody else. And he's just looking back at his mom, and he's got balloons because that's his safety net because his mom just gave him balloons. Obviously, the carnival represents a balloon, an animal maker that would give him a dog later if he was going to bring in the balloons, and he did give them. He had to win them first at a darts game, so he had to throw darts at a very small target, and it's kind of rigged because the dart tip is square and the holes are circle, and you can't fit a square. And I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, that's all I got for that. It's you could think and take that any way you want to. It's usually with him. Those are usually mental cues. It's he usually sings and raps about his experiences with him. It's about himself. His what goes on in his head. In that, like, the only thing that's holding him and his talents back is himself. Um, or really has, because he doesn't really seem to care what anybody else thinks. He doesn't really seem to conform to what, musically, lyrically, to what's going on around him. He doesn't. I mean, he outwardly says he doesn't really give a fuck about awards or anything like that. Um, so I mean, that's probably why we like him more, because, like it said on his hat, dude's real. That's all I got. Like I said, go support NF, please. Um, Subscribe to his content. Check him out. I'll keep doing more of him when I do have time. I got a lot to do. He's got a lot of stuff. Yeah, if you like down below, comment down below as well. Let me know if you have favorites that I've missed. You probably do. I probably have. And subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next.